Why I left BuzzFeed popping up on my YouTube, on my Instagram, on your mother's Facebook. No one was safe from those videos. The rise and fall of YouTube's first ever empire, BuzzFeed. At BuzzFeed's peak, I was a teenager, and I watched almost every BuzzFeed video out there, I swear. I was deep in the BuzzFeed trenches from 2006 till 2011. This is when BuzzFeed was gaining more and more popularity. This is when their quizzes became everyone's go-to thing to do during their fucking computer time at school, or when you have to learn how to type on a computer and then you are giving free time, so then you go onto BuzzFeed and play quizzes because you don't want to play that Run 2 game any longer because you suck at it. So then you play BuzzFeed quizzes instead. 2006 to 2011, this was BuzzFeed's BuzzBot era. The start, the rise of the empire, the rise of YouTube's first ever empire. In 2006, while working at Huffington Post, Perret and his former supervisor, John Johnson, started as a side project, BuzzFeed Laboratories, which then became the BuzzFeed we know today. BuzzFeed Laboratories makes it sound so sciencey. Like, what sciencey? Like 10 hacks to make you come faster? Huh? Like, what? Okay, science my ass. In the beginning, BuzzFeed employed no writers, no editors. It was just two dudes. So the site originally launched an instant messaging client called BuzzBot, which sent users links to popular content. The message were sent based on algorithms. Anyways, it became dismantled pretty quickly. Then the site began spotlighting the most popular links that BuzzBot found. Perret then hired curators to help describe the content that was popular. Perret hired a then popular political blogger named Ben Smith to help assemble a news operation in BuzzFeed. In late 2011, this was when they solidified the BuzzFeed News banner. Their influencer era. This is the pinnacle. This is the climax, okay? 2016 to 2018. This is where everyone was watching BuzzFeed. This is where all of their top content comes from. In 2016, BuzzFeed separated its news and its entertainment, which was life-changing to every person on the planet. BuzzFeed had a bunch of correspondents from 12 countries. By the end of 2017, BuzzFeed had employed around 1,700 employees worldwide. But sadly, with the rise comes the fall, and BuzzFeed ended up laying off 100 employees in the US that November, 100 in France that June, and 45 in the UK. On January 23rd, 2019, BuzzFeed notified all employees via memo that there would be an upcoming 15% reduction in workforce. We all know where we were that day.
Oh my God!
When we got left, right, and center. Why I left BuzzFeed. Why I left BuzzFeed popping up on my YouTube, on my Instagram, on your mother's Facebook. No one was safe from those videos. A treacherous day, that 15%. Oh, gosh darn. The layoffs approximately affected around 200 employees. And now, as you'll see if you go to BuzzFeed page, it's a bunch of clips from their golden era, or it's promotional videos for movies no one's ever heard of. And this is because in 2020, BuzzFeed signed a deal with Universal to produce content based on their stories, which is why their content is how it is.
To start the day, I have my morning beauty routine. Nope, not there, kitten. That's a different kind of video. It's important to clean the human's
What happened to BuzzFeed?
They don't even have a tongue. Peanuts in his mouth. I'm not saying we do that, kitten. It's beneath us.
Literally, what is this? This is stupid. This is stupid.
Excellent pose,
The
kitten.
cat is just making sex jokes.
Keep the box wanting more, so don't be too easy.
Presented by Friskies and BuzzFeed. You, Frisky, you live up to your name. You are horny. Horny, I tell you.
In the new age of BuzzFeed, their quizzes still exist. They're still as silly as ever, though I don't think it's the thing kids are as attracted to as we were in the past. Though their celebrity channel is always popping off and will never die. The kitten interviews, the puppy interviews, the K-pop idol dresses me, K-pop idols answer questions, K-pop idols take quizzes, or reading thirsty tweets, you know, that stuff is going strong, still getting them a lot of views. And then they got their weird clips and like compilation videos, and then you got the weird Universal stuff, which literally no one watches. No one. Like, what even is this movie? I didn't even. Oh, okay, all right. I want to go into what BuzzFeed used to be. What BuzzFeed was in 2016 in peak golden era BuzzFeed. So it had a lot of different channels / divisions. Again, BuzzFeed News, what news? Sorry. Okay. We had their animation lab, which was focused on short form videos and founded in 2017. They had a bunch of podcasts, which were kind of from 2015 to 2018, and they all ended up being closed latest 2019. The former podcasts were Another Round, Internet Explorer, The News, See Something, Say Something, Reporting to You, Rerun, The Tell Show, Women of the Hour. They had a lot of different shows. They had a lot of different channels. I felt like at peak BuzzFeed, every week they'd be like, oh, we started a new channel, go check it out. And then little me would be like, okay, subscribe, like, notification. Like I was there. I was a supporter. I love them. To me, that was YouTube. That and then like Jeffree Star makeup videos was my like YouTube during that era. And I think every teenage girl was the exact same. We were all the same. So some channels. We had Tasty. So this is the food content, okay? This is where Worth It was filmed. The videos where they do like most expensive compared to middle range compared to least expensive foods. Worth It featured Stephen Lim and Andrew. We have BuzzFeed Unsolved, which I'm sure everyone knows about, with Ryan and Shane, where they go and they hunt ghosts. Ryan is a believer and Shane is a skeptic, and so they clash a little, but they're just two little silly guys. Then of course we have the Try Guys. Again, I don't think I need to mention that. We had Night In, Night Out. We had Ladylike, which is basically Try Guys but women was the idea. And in Ladylike, we had our main characters, which were Freddie, Christine, Jen, and Chantel. I watched them a lot. Yeah, Ladylike was fun. They tried a lot of products. They did like makeup, stuff like that. It's literally Try Guys, well, female. And they're great. No, they're really funny. They're really funny. Just sadly never got the same popularity as the Try Guys did. Then we had a show called Mom in Progress, which was about a mom trying to do new things. It's, on the nose. We had an ex-mob boss does blah, blah, blah. Then we also had a channel called As Is, which was formerly known as Boldly, formerly known as BuzzFeed Yellow. And As Is was also another like woman, female girly channel. I watched this one a lot. It was a lot of makeup. It was a lot of women try blank. It was like, all of their videos were kind of similar, where I feel like you could change out the cast and then suddenly put it on a different channel when it's the same content, like the same. I was realizing that going through everything. I was like, all of these channels do in fact make the same exact content. It's just the cast is changed out. And like, it really shows you why the downfall of BuzzFeed was inevitable, is because the fans are getting attached to the people, not the content. Like, I'm subscribing to Ladylike for Chantel, you know? I'm subscribing to the Try Guys for Eugene, not to see guys try on like fucking panties. Like, that's, you know, at that point, that is what BuzzFeed became. As is featured Lindsay and Jazz, as well as Sophia Nygaard and some other women's staff. Oh, I hate the way I said that. Then we had Paralike, which was Spanish-focused content, or sorry, Spanish-American-focused content. And I really liked this one too. I liked all of them. This posted hits like, which Spanish accent is sexiest? Or You versus Me, Mexican edition. I watched a lot of these. I think I still vividly remember which accent is sexiest. Like, I definitely that lives rent free in my head. Paralike featured Curly, Gadiel, Maya, Julissa, and Carolina. Then we had BuzzFeed Blue, which is now called BuzzFeed Multiplayer, and it's a gaming channel. Then we had BuzzFeed Violet, which I literally wrote down as millennial cringe, because it's literally, this is what their description says, okay? BuzzFeed Violet, the good kind of awkward. Short, relatable videos that are totally you. So Paralike is still posting videos, but they don't get much over 2K. BuzzFeed Blue hasn't posted in 2 years. BuzzFeed Violet hasn't posted in 6 years. Their channels are just posting clips and compilations of their greatest hits, and that's about it. BuzzFeed's most historical moments, like the moments that really just brought them fame and glory like no other. Apparently, I didn't know this. Apparently, 2 BuzzFeed interns decided to live stream them taking a watermelon, putting rubber bands on it until it exploded, and then that became a viral thing. And I feel like every YouTuber was doing that because of them. Because of 2 interns. I love that. I love that.
We've somehow gotten talked into sitting very closely to this, and
then the other viral BuzzFeed moment we had was none other than the blue dress debacle. The blue and black versus gold and white dress debacle. But yeah, this was the playground talk of years to come. Years. I feel like people still talk about it. Like, this was my generation's Is Water Wet? Truly. Why BuzzFeed failed. Besides just like the content creator aspect of it. 1, plagiarism. They had a lot of plagiarism. They were accused of a lot of things. For example, there was a trending hashtag, which is so like 2016 of them, called hashtag Stop Buzz Thieves. Oh, a classic. This woman launched a campaign against BuzzFeed, accusing them of stealing ideas for videos without crediting or compensating the original creators. It's time to hashtag Stop Buzz Thieves. A hero. BuzzFeed also had a lot of copyright infringements. For example, BuzzFeed was being sued for $1.3 million by a photo agency. BuzzFeed also had some drama with their hiring practices, as the Canadian sector's head or something wrote on his Twitter page that basically no white cis straight males can apply because they won't get the job, and if you don't like that, well, just suck it up, buttercup. And then they got a bunch of shit for that, which is like, yeah, you can't, bro, you can't say that. Like you can want diversity, but you still can't. God. And we also got the issue of not paying people who contributed to their sites. So like, for example, one of the most prominent writers for the quizzes was a university student who brought so much traffic to their website via their quizzes and was never once compensated. Then the icing on top, the thing that we probably all know, and that's the why I left BuzzFeed videos. The peak Google searches for why I left BuzzFeed was around May of 2018, really signaling to all of us that this is their downfall. So many people posted why I left BuzzFeed. So many. I think it's so silly because when I type it in now on YouTube, I get like playlists, like very long playlists recommended to me of just why I left BuzzFeed, why I left BuzzFeed, why I left BuzzFeed. It's fun. Employees or ex-employees of BuzzFeed are up to, or at least the notable ones to me. Okay. So first off, Sophia Nygaard. She's basically doing BuzzFeed content that's actually good, like rating stuff or trying everything, and she does it so well. She's slaying the game. Then we have the Try Guys, and we have their how we left BuzzFeed from 4 different perspectives. We all know what's happening with them. Same with the Watcher. We all know the good and the bad. Kristen and Jen have a YouTube channel together, and they film cute little videos. They're very interesting. Miles, I didn't know this until recently. Miles from the Try Guys and from his Perfect Person podcast, which I love, was a previous intern at BuzzFeed. Then Kelsey with an E posted her why I left BuzzFeed and is now a Sims YouTuber, which I absolutely love. Then Kelsey, also with an E, is eating it up. She had a podcast called Adult Shit from 2017-2018, which I listened to that religiously. I was such a big fan of that. And she has a couple of podcasts like Confidently Insecure, and she's one of the co-hosts of Guilty Pleasures with Zach. She also made a short docu-series called Custody of the State. She also made a dramedy film called Where We Are. She wrote a book. She was on a dating show, and she's currently working on a documentary about BuzzFeed. Then we have Kate Peterman. She was a co-host of Adult Shit. She was my favorite. I was so obsessed with her, and she's the person who I was the most curious about because I haven't seen or heard of her since the end of Adult Shit. And looking at her IMDb page, she has been busy. She's been busy. She is grinding away in the film industry like no other, both writing, acting, and producing. She has done a lot. I'm telling you a lot, including an episode of Saturday Night Live. It was the episode with Quinta Brunson and Lil Yachty. And she also has been writing on Abbott Elementary for almost 50 episodes now. Then we have Michelle Carre. You probably know her. She's doing so well. Her videos are so they're just good videos. They're so good, and she is crazy. She's a crazy woman. Then we have Alvin. He is kind of doing just the same thing as he did on BuzzFeed, just on his personal account. So he was a part of Tasty that did the I'm making big something, like big burger or big pizza. You know, he did that, but now he's doing his own stuff on his personal account. He is such a good filmographer. Like, all of his videos are stunning, absolutely stunning. There's one that I watched where he interviewed the personal chef of T1, like Faker. Gasping for air. His videos are stunning and so interesting. He barely posts, like I'm talking barely, but when he comes back with a banger. I forgot about him until this deep dive, and I will never stop thinking about him actually. Now, yeah, I'm sorry. I want to watch more. They're beautiful. Like, beautiful. Then we have Jazz. So Jazz was on As If and Boldly. I think she's just a social media influencer. She has, I think, a company. I wasn't too sure. But yeah, she's, working hard. Then we have Davin, who also is just a social media influencer girly. Freddie, Chantel, and Davin all have a podcast together called Money Honeys. Curly. This one was shocking. Curly was shocking. Like, I think I kind of got jump scared. Not in a bad way. I was just like, I didn't see it come. Yeah, I just didn't see it coming. Curly is a host for multiple podcasts, which is like a theme amongst all of these people, I suppose. Host for the PBS Dead and Buried podcast and the Super Secret Bestie Club. He is also a completely ripped Sigma Max himbo now. Like, that's why I was shocked, is because I saw him and was like, whoa, okay, you know what? Do your thing, Curly, okay? And Gadiel is a comedian and public speaker. He also sells fancy cigars, which I love the diversity. One of the only remaining BuzzFeed employees is Lindsay. She hosts K-pop Idol Dress Me. She gets rizzed up by Jung on the company's dime, which is, crazy. A girl can dream, am I right?
어떤 색이든 근데 다 잘 어울리실 것 같아요.
Oh, thank you.
그렇지.
If a tall blonde baddie was in front of me too, I would also try to rizz her up. So, I get it. Yeah, she is the only remaining BuzzFeed employee that was popular in 2016 and is still popular now. Relevancy never dies. Real one, Lindsay, a real one. According to BuzzFeed, I'm a brunette in my early 30s who lives in New Jersey. My soulmate starts with a C or a J. I'm BFF with all of Stray Kids, all of them. I'm an earth sign. I'm also very intelligent. And your mom is obsessed with me because I'm a lima bean. Also, I might be Mohammed Morsi, and I'm also a potato chip. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, as I said, BuzzFeed is mainly celebrity focused. Celebrities playing with puppies and kitten interviews, still going strong. Reading thirst tweets will never die. And my favorite, which is a K-pop group, Styles Me, is still popping off. And with that, we have the end of our deep dive on BuzzFeed. Thank you for watching. I'm Delifish, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!